Good morning, everyone. Brian Hoops here with Midwest Market Solutions. This is Market Insider TV opening commentary. It's Tuesday, April the 15th, tax day. And good morning. Hope you are off to a good start. Looking at our overnight markets, crude oil down this morning, stock market down this morning. The dollar is unchanged, a little bit higher. Natural gas a little bit softer. Gold and silver trading higher. And corn is fractionally better in the July contract. A little bit of a spread trade with December up 1 3/4. And beans are lower, 7 1/4 in July. November 4 1/4. One thing that we talked about last night in our technical TV closing commentary, how November beans led the rally yesterday, and that was bearish. You're seeing the same thing in corn yesterday and again in the overnight. Even though this is higher, this is still bearish as it's led by the back months, and that's not how bull markets advance. The meal is lower along with bean oil and wheat, 3 to 5 cents lower this morning. The contract you see here, Hard Red Spring, this is the new contract created by the CME, and volume pretty low yesterday. Open interest is only 26 contracts versus 32 from the Minneapolis Grain Exchange Hard Red Spring contracts. So first day, very limited volume. Make sure you follow us on Twitter as we start to talk about the markets in here, as our Twitter feed is Midwest Markets. I'm Brian Hoops. And you can visit our website, MidwestMarketSolutions.com, to sign up for our daily newsletters, our YouTube series, subscribe to that, Facebook page, that sort of thing, so you stay on top of latest market information and things that are happening. So weather-wise here in the Midwest, it looks pretty open this week with limited shower activity over the next 6 to 10 days. There is some rain for this weekend, particularly for that hard red winter wheat belt that badly needs it. But we could get some showers in parts of Minneapolis, Minnesota, northern Iowa, Wisconsin, northern Illinois by Friday, Saturday as well. It doesn't look to be very heavy rains. But South America, northern Brazil, where the safrinha corn crop is being seeded, that looks to be particularly wet, and that's taking the top edge off of that old crop contract, as we saw lower prices yesterday, particularly in the May contract. Yesterday we had conditions of the winter wheat in progress numbers of the other spring crops are being seeded. Winter wheat conditions down 1% on the week and 1% right in line with trade expectations. 47% good to excellent. We're down 8% on the year. Corn is 4% planted. Last year we were 6. Spring wheat is 7% planted. Last year we were 7. And soybeans are 2% seeded. Last year we were 3. So very, very close as far as last year's numbers go, off to a decent start where we produced some big crops for corn and soybeans. Really no surprises coming out of this report. Monthly NOPA crush report comes out today. That's at 11 o'clock Central Time. The average trade guess is for crush 197.6 million bushels. That would be up almost 20 million from last month. Very similar to last year's 196.4 million bushels. And if realized, it would be a new record for the month, as last year was a new record. So we'll see if we get that record here today. That'll be out at 11 o'clock. We'll update when that comes out. But it does look to be a very positive report, as large crush numbers once again. The grain and livestock markets will be closed Thursday night and all day on Friday. That's due to the Good Friday Easter holiday. Grain markets do reopen Sunday evening at 7 p.m. So once we commence trade and finish trade on Thursday afternoon, that will be it until Sunday night and Monday. And cattle and feed report comes out Thursday afternoon. That'll be at 2 o'clock Central Time. I'm sure a lot of people will not be happy about that with the grains closing and a 3-day weekend, and then they have to come back and look at the cattle and feed numbers. A Bloomberg survey has on-feed supplies at 98.2%, placements at 103.4%, and markings at 100.6%. If these numbers are realized, the placements could be just a tad negative for some of those deferred contracts, but it tells us on-feed supplies at 98.2%. That is very strong numbers, very tight numbers, and that gives us strength in these front month contracts, April and June. Overall, looks to be a decent report. I'm not too concerned about those placements, 2 or 3% higher than year ago levels, as it did not lead to a year ago. It did not lead to extreme supply increases relatively quickly. The cattle facts show list, we expected they'd be carried over this week, and they are. 4,300 head for a total of 233,000 head on the show list. Cash calls are steady right now as the futures market had a strong rally, and boxes are trading higher. So we're looking at least a steady type cash markets. 208 last week was where we trade. 204 was last week where we traded in the Southern Plains. Have a good day of trade. As always, this has been Brian Hoops from Midwest Markets. Good luck, good trading, and we hope to talk to you soon. Contact any of our offices. I'd be glad to talk some markets and marketing strategies with you.